this quick. 122 years ago, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle gave birth to a character. He was probably the first superhero. He was an intellectual superhero. And he was also the first Western martial artist, I'm told. This is so fun. I love you guys so much. And probably one of the most recognizable images, icons, names on Earth. So much that a lot of people actually think or thought, for the most part, that Sherlock Holmes was a real guy. I'd like to counter what Josh Brolin said, which is, I think the studios are giving me too much credit, thinking I'm smart enough to play this guy, but they cast me anyway. Nonetheless, there's been a myriad TV shows and films and series done on Sherlock Holmes, but it really, I was scratching my head and go, I can't believe this hasn't been brought back into mainstream nowadays. Like if I was at Comic-Con and they said they were reinvigorating Sherlock Holmes and they were going to do a trilogy or something about that, I'd be blown away. And I thought, why hadn't they figured it out till just yet? Casting. And Guy Ritchie at the helm, because what we have in Guy Ritchie is a badass gentleman, Englishman, who understands how to reinvigorate something like this. We have the ever-delectable and seriously gifted Rachel McAdams playing Irene Adler, the only woman that ever worked Sherlock like a rib. And, of course, Jude Law as Watson. I cannot wait for you to see some footage of Sherlock Holmes. Do you want to see a couple minutes of
Joel Silver. And Lionel Wigram. Robert's co-star in the film, Rachel McAdams. And welcome back to the stage, Robert Downey Jr.
I guess that played all right.
Okay, can we talk a little bit about how you came to make a Sherlock Holmes movie?
Well, I've been a fan of Sherlock Holmes since I started reading the stories as a kid. My dad read them to me originally when I was about 9 years old, and I always thought it'd be great to make a Sherlock Holmes movie. And I tried for several years. I could never figure out exactly how to do it. And when I became a producer, I reread all the stories and I realized that there was a new way to do Sherlock. So I made a comic book, which was really a way to show again how cool and fun Sherlock could be, and how, as a character, the brilliance of Conan Doyle is that he's as modern as a character as he was back when he was originally created. He applies as much to today as he did when he was originally created. I brought it to Warner Brothers, and we went from there. And then Joel and Susan got involved, and Robert and Rachel, and Guy, and we've made this wonderful movie, which hopefully you guys will love when you see it.
It's really great. I mean, Downey really is genius in this role. I mean, he's genius in every role. But,
I think I'm shaking too much.
But he really made it come to life, and he and Jude and Rachel and Guy made a fantastic movie. And Lionel and Susan, we worked behind the scenes to make it great. We hope you love it.
She'll be my tripod.
Oh, they covered it. You guys heard the story. Hopefully you like the movie.
Well, aside from the Conan Doyle canon, Sherlock Holmes has probably been prestiged more than any other character in literature. It's been all over the world and timed. Robert, in your take on this character, can you talk a little bit about how you developed Sherlock?
How do I zoom on this?
Well, as you know, I'm a very serious method actor.
Oh, now you moved the thing. Sorry.
Look, I mean, I think the more we all looked into the original lexicon of the four novels and the dozens and dozens of short stories, the more we realized that in a way Sherlock had been misrepresented in a lot of the previous, much loved televised and filmed and entertainment versions of Sherlock Holmes, and that, and I think some of it was a constraint of just the times, because he was very kind of liberal and trippy and all that stuff, but also, you know, I think budget too. So I think so many of the stories had a large scope, and we just got really excited about that. Every time we were in doubt, Susan and Rachel and Lionel and Joel and I and Jude was very central in this too. We would go back to what did Doyle say these people said, and how did these people describe each other, because, you know, there's trillions of pages of data about Holmes, Watson, Adler, the adventures they go on, where they live, what their likes and dislikes are. So we really went pretty much right back to the source. So that was how we reinvigorated it, was by deciding to change less than had been changed previously.
And Rachel, can you talk a little bit about Irene Adler, Sherlock's love interest?
Hard work. Could you get the tripod out?
I mean, Irene is really fun. She's totally different kind of woman for the late 1800s. She's very independent. She's very active. She kind of lives in the underworld. And you know, there's only one story where Irene is introduced, Scandal in Bohemia, and it's a really fun story between her and Sherlock. She happens to beat Sherlock at his own game, and it's the first time a woman has ever done that. So we developed this kind of strange love affair, very unique love affair, and yeah, we kind of played on that we're very competitive with one another, and we're trying to outsmart each other all the time, and yet trying to have this odd,
Never mind.
normal relationship, which is nearly impossible.
It does?
It's fun.
This high?